Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening. Welcome to the new channel, here to help you see the new you. This is Attorney Carlo Ibanez live from Paranaque.
And Attorney Sheilla Santiago, streaming live from Alabang Muntinlupa. Good evening.
Ayan.
Hi, Carlo. Good evening.
Hello. So yan, tonight, it's a special episode kasi first time magkakaroon tayo ng guest sa YoLaw, no? So mamaya tatawagin natin siya after natin i-discuss yung ating topic today. Thou shall not kill. Kamusta, Sheila?
First of all, Carlo, I would like to thank the ones who started the watch party with this video. So thank you. Yeah.
Nice.
I saw a lot na eh. Medyo start na sila.
Ano ba
Thank
yung
you.
sabihin ng watch party? Hindi
My
ko alam
sister,
kung
one.
na yan.
No, when they watch, they start a watch party so their friends can see. And of course, they'd be curious and they'd also click on the link and they'll be watching with them. So thank you, Brenda, Lucy from Australia and from Singapore. So from all over the world. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you again for tuning in. Yeah.
All right.
And of course, Carlo, ang ating mga usual viewers, Anofi, ang early bird natin si Nell, Donkey.
Si Donkey ang early bird. Hi, Donkey. Gusto mo ba ng Wicked Man beer? Papadalang kita dyan.
Of course. Kaya nga siya nag-early bird, diba?
Ayos. Sige. Alright. So, simulan natin ang ating ang topic natin ngayon. Tungkol sa medyo mabigat. Mabigat kasi nga destruction to life, crimes against destruction to life. Yan ang tawag niyan sa ating revised penal code. Tatlo yung main crimes niyan sa destruction to life. parricide, murder, saka homicide. Pag-uusapan natin lahat yung tatlong yan, pero magko-concentrate tayo ngayon sa murder kasi yun ang pinaka-complicated sa tatlo eh. Yung iba medyo madali lang intindihin eh. Tapos later, after the discussion, meron kaming tatawaging special guest. Ano to? Kung akala nyo sa ano lang, sa pelikulang lang nangyayari yung mga murder na yan, ito matindi kasi ito, ano to, parricide. Yung dad niya, pinatay ng ano ng kapatid niya. So medyo mabigat, no? So ganon. Okay. So, murder. Meron lang ako napansin ano Sheila eh. Kasi
Yeah.
pinag-uusapan ng mga ano, ang mga patayan ganyan. Palaging side ang huli, 'di ba? Ang ano lang murder lang ang hindi, 'di ba? Kasi isipin mo, pag pinatay mo tatay mo, parricide. Pag hindi mo sinasakay yung pagpatay, homicide. Pag pinatay mo ang bata or baby, ano tawag doon? Infanticide, di ba? Infanticide.
Baby, yes.
Oo, pag pinatay mo sarili mo, edi suicide, di ba? Pag
Yes.
ano, yung ginawa ni Hitler na madaming pinatay, genocide, basta pinapatay, side ang huli, di ba? Pag insect ang pinatay mo, edi insecticide. Di ba? Pag naman peste ang pinatay mo, edi pesticide. Pag ano, pag pinatay mo siya sa labas ng bahay mo, anong tawag doon?
Pag ano?
Sa labas ng bahay mo pinatay, anong tawag doon?
Ano?
Outside. Pag hindi ka sigurado na ano, hindi ka sigurado kung pinatay or hindi.
Ano?
Hindi maka-decide. Ayos ba? Ayos ba? Anyway.
Pag feelings sa pinatay mo.
Ha?
Pag feelings sa
Ano?
pinatay mo.
Ano tawag doon?
Set aside.
Ang galing. First time na
Okay, never mind.
Nice. So, di ba? Di ba? Marunong ka. Galing. Okay. Murder. Magsimula tayo sa murder. Ano ba ang description ng murder, Sheila?
Well, simple lang naman. Pag murder, sinasabi is it's the unlawful killing of a person. Diba? Pero there should be qualifying circumstances because killing itself, just by killing, it will not be murder, considered murder. So may mga qualifying circumstances na dapat nandun. Yeah.
Tama.
And medyo madami yun. So let's just, go over it one by one. Pero medyo mas simple.
Okay. So first qualifying circumstance ng murder. Explain lang natin ng mabuti sa kanila. Basta kailangan may isa. May isa dito sa sinabi namin. Hindi mo lang pinatay yung tao, dapat may isa dito sa i-enumerate namin na tinatawag na qualifying circumstance, may isang kasama. That's what makes it murder. Kung hindi kasama tong mga to, baka homicide lang siya. 'Di ba?
Homicide.
So, kailangan may kasama dito. Okay, first circumstance of murder, qualifying circumstance is treachery. Ano ba yan treachery na yan, Sheila? Treachery.
Well, if you employed means if you employed means na medyo tawag na medyo panluloko, pandudugas. You're giving undue advantage to yourself without risk, pero you're actually giving him the disadvantage. So wala siyang depensa.
Oo. So, ang example niyan, ang treachery, basta dapat meron kang undue advantage. Ginamit mo yung undue advantage yung para magpatay. Ang example niyan, binaril mo sa likod, nakatalikod yung tao, di ba? Binaril mo siya. Wala kang kalaban-laban. Treachery yan. So, basta nangyari yung treachery na yan, murder na kagad yan, no? Yan ang isang example ng treachery. Second circumstance is taking advantage of superior strength. So kunwari, mas malakas ka, di hamak, alam mo mas malakas ka, malaking tao ka. Yung pinatay mo, maliit na tao, si Palito, 'di ba? So, tinake advantage mo na yung superior strength mo, murder 'yan. So pag merong ganon, murder 'yan. Okay. Third circumstance, using the aid of armed men. Ano ba ibig sabihin nun, Sheila? Di ba pag armed men, yung mga taong may kamay? So, basta may kamay.
Armed
Armed
men, well, may mga dala silang baril or any, halimbawa, kahit kutsilyo or kahit na mga pamalo lang, di ba? Basta men, when you say men, madami sila. More than two, of course. Di ba?
Paano pag
So,
ano? Paano pag
paano pa
babae yung
ganun?
armed woman? Pwede ba kasama ba dito 'yon? Hindi ko
Nasaan yung
mapindot.
laptop?
Hindi ko mapindot eh. Pindot. Oo.
Okay.
Yun. So
Kahit
kailangan
women yun, okay lang yun. Alam mo, minsan mas malakas pa kami sa inyo eh. Yung dalawang babae, talo kayo. Kaya, considered as armed.
Hindi nga.
Okay.
Ano dito, ang importanteng malaman dito, kailangan ginamit nung pagpatay either directly or indirectly yung mga taong yun. Kung mga nanunood lang yung mga armed men na yun or nasa malayo, ganyan, walang ginawang participation, hindi murder yon, no? Kailangan with the aid niya katulong niya yung armed men sa pagpatay. Okay? Next qualifying circumstance is employing means to weaken the defense. In Tagalog, gumamit ng paraan para pahinain ang bakod. Diba? Defense, bakod. To weaken the defense.
Defense. Okay.
Ayun, oo. Ano ba ibig sabihin nito, Sheila?
Well, for example, halimbawa, nilasing mo ng todo or, di ba, tapos saka mo siya pinagbubugbog, hindi makalaban. Especially pag nakainom ka ng Simtra galing sa Perfect Pint.
Yep.
Wala kang kalaban-laban doon sa lasing ka talaga.
O kaya wicked man beer, di ba?
Yeah.
Yan. So, nasa tayo? Employing the means to weaken the defense. Alright?
Yeah.
Next. Nasa tayo? Employing means to afford impunity. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng impunity?
Okay.
Ano ibig sabihin ng impunity?
Well, para talagang wala, alam mo yun, yung siguradong sobrang-sobra ng parang wala na siyang magagawa. You made sure that he will be killed. Yung,
in-insure mo talaga, no? So ini-insure mo. Wala talaga siyang kalaban-laban. So siguro pinutol mo ang kamay, tapos nagtago ka sa dim, yung gano'n. Madami kang ginamit para lang siguraduhin papatayin mo siya. Murder yan. Okay. Next, in consideration of a price or a reward. Di ba? Yan, pag binayaran ka para pumatay, siguradong murder na talaga yan. Kasi ginawa mo siya, hindi lang dahil hindi mo sinasadya, pero yun nga, papatayin mo talaga. Ngayon, sa sa circumstance na to, na may price or reward, dalawa kagad ang principal dyan. Unang-una, yung nagbayad sa'yo. Yung nagbayad sa papatay. Yung nagbayad sa papatay, principal yun, di ba? Principal by induction tawag dyan. Ibig sabihin ng principal, direct participation siya. Parang siya na rin ang pumatay, ha? Siyempre, yung binayaran, dahil siya ang pumatay, principal by direct participation yon. Siya kasi talaga ang pumatay. So pag ganitong may reward, siguradong dalawa kagad ang akusado mo dito or dalawa kagad ang taong guilty dito. Okay.
maraming ganyan, Carlo, yung mga riding in tandem, di ba? Mga bayaran yan.
Oo, ganyan, riding in tandem. So pag riding in tandem, tatlo na kagad yun, di ba? Kasi, pero ano lang yata yung isa? Ano ba yung isa? Accomplice lang ba yung nagda-drive or ano yon? Or...
siya nagda-drive, would not have happened without Tapos pag ginawa mo na conspiracy, crime of all.
Principal na siya. Tama.
Yeah.
Okay. So ito, madami-dami. Pag ginamit mo, ito ang importante dito, by means of any of the following. Pag may ginamit ka dito sa pagpatay, siguradong siguradong murder na yan. Unang-una, fire. Diba? Apoy. Pag sinunog mo siya para patayin siya, murder na kagad yan. Next, poison. Diba? Ito yung yung batang kumanta ng Every Rose Has Its Thorn, poison. Pag nilason mo, ano na yan? Murder na yan. Next is shipwreck. Diba? Shipwreck. Ano ibig sabihin ng shipwreck? Ano ba ibig sabihin? Shipwreck, Sheila?
Pag yung barko, di ba? Pag lumubog, pag nagkabungkuhan sila, Ayan,
Nasa ka, pinalubog mo yung barko, shipwreck na kagad yan. Anong sunod?
stranding of a vessel. Yeah.
Oo, stranding of a vessel. So kung in-stranded mo siya sa isang vessel is any
Yung mode of transportation, di ba?
oh, ginamit mo yung pag-stranding ng vessel tapos pinatay mo siya, murder 'yon. Anong sunod?
Yeah. Assault upon a streetcar or locomotive.
Yun.
So,
Sobrang
derailment. Di ba
Yes.
yung pag hinaharangan mo sila, hinaharangan
Yes.
mo sila, hindi na sila makapunta anywhere and then saka mo sila pabarilin.
Oo. Pero nakikita mo dito sa sa provision na to na ang luma na ng batas natin, no? Sipin mo,
I
assault
know,
on a
di ba?
streetcar. Wala na nga streetcar dito sa sa Pilipinas, di ba? Tapos locomotive. Di ba locomotive, ito yung tren na may usok? Meron pa bang ganito sa Pilipinas? Kahit yung lumang PNR, may usok ba yun? Wala yata di ba? So ganun kaluma ng mga batas natin, may streetcar at locomotive pa noon. Next
Right.
is fall of an airship. Yan. Pinabagsak mo yung eroplano. Murder yan, murder. Anong sunod, Sheila?
By means of motor vehicles.
Motor
Yung
vehicle.
mga sasakyan.
Yan, ginamit mo yung sakyan pampatay ng tao, inipit mo siya, di ba? Ano yan? Murder yan. Etong next, by use of other means involving great waste or ruin. So kung madami kang sinira, madami kang dinestroy, murder 'yan, 'di ba? Siguro parang parang yung sa 9/11 na nangyari, 'di ba? Eroplano
Right.
ginamit tapos pinangsabog yung yung dalawang building, 'di ba? Yan, yan. Siguradong murder talaga 'yan. Okay. Next.
Okay.
Ang haba nun. Okay, next. Mahaba pa rin. On occasion of any calamity. Ito naman, kung habang nangyayari itong mga calamiting i-enumerate namin, ay pumatay ka ng tao, murder ulit yan. Okay, anong unang-unang calamity, Sheila?
Earthquake.
Earthquake, di ba? Sunod.
Eruption of volcano.
Yan. So kung sumabog yung taal, tapos may pinatay ka habang sumasabog yung taal, edi murder yun.
Right.
Next.
Destructive cyclone. Meron bang cyclone sa Pilipinas? Parang may nakita ko once sa Laguna de Bay, di ba? Pero I don't think it was destructive, but meron yan.
Kailangan destructive pala yung cyclone, no? Hindi lang basta cyclone. Ito, epidemic. Ito, nangyayari ngayon to. May epidemic tayo. So, kung may pinatay ka habang epidemic, edi murder yon. Pero ang dito, ang key dito is habang hindi pwedeng kuwari yung taal sumabog sa Tagaytay. Nandito ka sa Manila, may pinatay ka na wala namang relate dun sa pagputok ng bulkan, di ba? Hindi naman automatically murder 'yon. Itong qualifying circumstance na to, pag ginamit mo itong mga calamity na to as an advantage. Kuwari nagkakagulo dahil sumabog ng bulkan, pinatay mo yung tao, yung pasok 'yon. Ganyan rin yung epidemic. Kasi ngayon, buong mundo epidemic. So, lahat ng pinatay ngayon, murder na. Hindi naman ganon. Kunwari nga, gagamitin mo yung epidemic as an advantage ng pagpatay, yan, murder yan. Diba? Or any other public calamity. Yon. So, yun, public calamity. Kung anong mga public calamity na yan, siguro storm, kung merong tidal wave, ganon, pwede yan, murder yan.
Yeah.
Okay. Ang next qualifying circumstance is evident premeditation. Ayan, technical na tayo. Ano ba yung evident premeditation?
Well, actually, if you talk about evident premeditation, there are elements of evident premeditation. First, there must have been a decision made by the accused to kill. And then there were overt acts or obvious acts that the accused clung to his decision to kill. And there must have been a period of time that lapsed from the time he decided to kill and up to the time that he executed the commission of the crime, meaning he had time to think whether to go through the commission of the crime or not. And he still went on and, did the crime, executed murder, the killing. Then there was evident premeditation.
Tama.
So, talagang pinag-isipan. At kahit na may time para mag-back out, ginawa pa din.
Oo. So, ibig sabihin, parang pinag-isipang mabuti, no? Premeditation. Evident in Tagalog, obvious or kitang-kita. Premeditation,
Tagalog.
yes. Premeditation, ang Tagalog niyan, libreng meditation. Free meditation. Free meditation.
Or,
Okay. Next is
okay.
cruelty. Cruelty. Ano ibig sabihin ng cruelty?
Kalupitan.
Yan, malupit, di ba? Ginamit na
Sobrang
kalupitan.
kalupitan.
Oo, sobrang malupit yung pagkapatay, hindi lang basta pinatay. Ano na yan? Murder kagad yan. Okay. Tapos, ang next is by deliberately and inhumanly augmenting the suffering of the victim. So, yan, siguro anong kasama dito yung mga torture, tinorture mo muna siya, di ba? Para mamatay siya. Ano yung huli, Sheila?
Well, outraging at his person or corpse. Yung patay na, tapos sinano mo pa, parang sobrang ano na yun eh. How do you say that in Tagalog? Yung patay na nga siya, niyuyurakan mo pa yung nigad niya. Parang,
tawag sa Tagalog.
Anyway, yeah. Kasi pag when you say,
double dead, gano'n. Di ba?
hindi, patay na or dying, pero sobra pang pang-insulto, sobra pang...
Siguro, iniian mo yung bangkay, di ba?
Yeah.
Okay. Next. Okay, so yun ang mga qualifying circumstance. So, ganun lang ang murder eh. Pag pinatay mo at meron dun sa isang sinabi namin. Ang dami nun, di ba? Pag merong isa nun, edi murder siya. Pag wala nun, pag wala kahit isa, edi homicide siya. So, ganun lang ang difference ng homicide at murder. Okay?
Correct.
So, ano ang penalty ng murder?
Okay, pag murder, reclusion perpetua or 20 years and 1 day to 40 years. Kasi, di ba, wala tayong death penalty now.
Correct.
Well, if you differentiate it from homicide, ang homicide naman is 12 years and 1 day to 20 years. So, medyo ang laki din ng difference ng 20 years. Isang qualifying circumstance lang will give you 20 more years in prison. Correct.
Oo. So, yun. That's the difference of homicide and murder. So the last crime categorized as destruction of life is parricide. Ito yung pag-uusapan din natin mamaya with the guests, no. Ang parricide basically hindi lang ang notion ng parricide pag pinatay mo ang tatay mo, no. Hindi lang tatay. Pag pinatay mo ang tatay mo, ang nanay mo, ang anak or any ascendant, lolo, lola, ganyan. Descendant, apo, bakit? Or asawa mo. Parricide yan, di ba? So pag parricide, yan? Automatic kang life imprisonment yan pag parricide kasi sobrang grabe yun, di ba? Kasi kadugo mo, pinatay mo eh. No? Sipin nyo yung...
Right.
Yun.
Okay.
So, yan ang ating yan ang basics ng crimes categorized as destruction to life. Mamaya, after the break, tatawagin natin ang guest natin. Ikukwento niya ang real life parricide, kung ano nangyari talaga sa kanya. So, yan. Wait kayo dyan. Magbe-break muna kami na sandali. So, after this, tatawagin natin ang guest natin. And after we talk to our guest, saka tayo magko-question and answer. See you in a while.
Please don't
go.
Yeah.
Hello. Ayan. So, we are back again. Ngayon,
Okay,
introduce muna natin itong guest natin na sunod. So ang guest
go
natin,
ahead,
her name
Carlo.
is Xialen Antonio. She's a friend of mine from the JCI, and yun nga, naging client ko rin siya because of the sad thing na nangyari sa kanya, which happened on 9/11, September 11 to 2013. So siya magkukuwento sa atin kung anong nangyari dun sa kaso ng niya at ng brother niya. Okay, so let's bring in si Xialen Antonio.
Hello,
Good
good.
evening, Chris.
Hi, Attorney Carlo and Attorney Sheila. Thanks for having me.
Hi, Xialen. Good evening.
Mm.
Welcome to YoLaw.
Mm.
Welcome.
So,
So
yeah,
ah, ano, ah, ayun nga kasi ang concept ng iba parang hindi nangyayari 'yun 'no, hindi nangyayari yung mga parricide na 'yan, nasa libro lang 'yan 'no. So, nakakagulat para sa marami na talaga palang nangyayari itong ganitong mga crime 'no. Lalo na something too close to home, yung mga kakilala natin may nangyari palang ganyan 'no. So, sige kung puwede ikuwento mo yung nangyari sa dad mo.
well, it's true that it's unfortunate na nangyari to sa family ko. But here I am, braving to tell the whole world the story kasi uh, uh, I was helped by the media to capture the suspect. So, through the use of, yes. Oh, kaya naging brave na ako lumabas. Dati I was so scared. But right now I'm ready to tell the whole world nga na yes, my father was killed and the suspect parang left the country, and then we were able to find him through our social media page, and then with the help of the whole community like the PNP, NBI, even the senators, and Interpol and the media, talagang tinulungan nila kami para ma-capture siya sa sa Dubai. So that was 4 years after the crime. Mm. But so yes, it's true. Kaya lang syempre baka magkaroon tayo ng legal 'di ba? Kasi may hearing pa kami. But the
Hindi,
suspect
ang
ha?
natin, we're going to tell everything factual naman ang sasabihin natin lahat
Yes.
wala naman tayong i-add or tatanggalin lahat eh. So, kwento mo yung just tell them the narration that you made during the yung mga nasa legal documents like your affidavit and your testimony in court. Ano ang sinabi mo doon sa kasong to?
Okay, well, no, I'm the one who's leading the case together with the lawyers and the public prosecutor who's helping us also. Kasi nga 'di ba kami yung nag-file ng case. We have it was in broad daylight, where marami kaming workers in the house, and there were eyewitnesses, and one of my brothers, actually the suspect is my half brother, and then another half brother of mine was able to witness the aftermath, meaning nakita nung brother ko na that brought my father to the hospital na there were gunshot wounds in his body, and it was 5 gunshot wounds were found sa autopsy niya, and he was immediately brought to the hospital. He was still alive when he was there. I was able to see him, and he was trying to parang ni-revive siya for a few, like 3 times, and then yun nga, he didn't make it na. So after that, the suspect, my half brother, he self-surrendered in, pero kasi iba rin yung issue na he self-surrendered in um, Parañaque, Parañaque,
Okay, Las Piñas.
Las Piñas, yeah. Parañaque ba yun? Or Las Piñas ba yun, Carlo?
The,
Uh,
the,
Las
in the
Piñas. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
He surrendered in Las Piñas,
Right,
yung
yeah.
brother.
Oo.
And then later on, the prosecutors found na walang jurisdiction ng Las Piñas kasi yung bahay kasi in the crime of murder, any other crime, the venue is jurisdictional. So kung saan nangyari, dapat doon ifa-file. Pero yung
Mhm.
bahay kasi ni Xialen, sobrang laki ng bahay nila na nasa border siya ng Las Piñas saka ng Parañaque. So yung palang kung saan mismo nangyari yung murder, sa side pala ng Parañaque yun, hindi sa Las Piñas. So wait, Shalin, umpisahan natin yung so dun sa testimony ninyo ni nung brother ninyo, your brother that saw the crime. You mentioned there you mentioned there that tong yung brother, the accused, arrived at your house, 'di ba?
Right, oh, he arrived in our house and kasi in the house meron kaming guard. He skipped the part where the guard can see him. And then he went straight to the office of my dad kasi in our house we have a small office. And then he locked the door. There were workers inside the house, inside the office rather, who's fixing the telephone line, ganyan. And then he asked that worker to leave the office. And then my father was there. Kasi the guard said that it was obvious he had a gun inside his shirt. Kasi alam mo yung nakapasok lang dito sa waist, and then it was parang naka-bulge lang siya dito sa shirt. So, after that, the witnesses said that they heard two gunshot wounds, and they saw my dad running towards outside the garden. And then he went around the billiard table, and then um, someone saw that the accused was pointing a gun at him while nakatalikod siya. And then when he was running again, he was bumagsak na siya. Pagbagsak niya, meron din nakakita sa kanya. There was another witness that saw them mga 5 meters away. And then binaril pa siya, parang close point ba yung tawag doon? Mga parang
Point blank.
point. Sobrang lapit. And then, nung nakabagsak na yung father ko, parang he was whispering something. And then he did another gunshot. Tapos, diretso na dito sa tagiliran. Actually, nasa autopsy yun eh. So, after that, my other brother went down. And then, he saw my dad on the floor. He's full of blood. And then, the accused threw the gun dun sa garden. Iniwan niya lang doon. Tapos yun nga, may mga workers kami inside the house, and then they all left. Parang natakot sila, parang nagtatatakbo sila. So, my other brother, Vladimir, saw my dad, and he carried my dad to the van with the driver, and he was bleeding. And then yun nga, they brought him to the hospital na. So, yun yung nangyari. It was very tragic.
Yun. Oo. Tapos after that, 'di ba nag-flee tong akusado. Umalis siya. And for a long time, hinahanap niyo siya, 'di ba? Tagal niyo
Yes.
siyang hinahanap. So, kwento mo naman yung story paano siya nahanap.
Okay. For 4 years, he left pala, and then we found out that he left the country through, I think, Clark Airport. And then, we found out, syempre, we made the social media page. Yun nga yung sa Facebook na Justice for APA page. And then we've been putting in contents, and even Soko, if you remember the Soko show in ABS-CBN, that really helped a lot kasi they aired it until parang siguro meron siyang single show, and then nag-year end siya. Tapos someone saw that show, and then he recognized the guy. Nakita daw niya sa isang restaurant eating in Dubai. So, nung nakita daw niya yun, then may nag-message sa amin, ganyan-ganyan. So we had to verify through the NBI if it is real. And then parang humingi kami ng help din sa PNP. Sabi ko, totoo ba to? Can you verify? Ganyan-ganyan. So they helped us naman. Kaya masasabi ko very effective talaga yung media. Lalo na ngayon, social media yung tumulong sa amin. Tapos tinuruan kami makipag-engage dun sa nag-tip kung paano namin, kung makukuha namin ang truth behind it. Tapos, yun na nga, until confirmed na nandun siya, and then, na-capture siya ng Interpol. So,
Okay.
yun.
Na ano mo ba na makakwento mo kung paano mismo siya nahuli sa Dubai?
I think that's okay. He was renewing his visa. I think he left the country. He left Dubai for like 7 times already. He went to different countries, and then he was captured in one of the consulate of the Philippines to renew his visa. Actually, meron siyang investor's visa. He cannot stay in another country that long kasi he was, I think, mga 4 years na nawala dito. So, di ba, you can't stay in a country that long. So, you have to have an investor's visa, which is amounting to, I think, mga 5 million ata yun. So, nung nakita niya, he was renewing his visa, doon na siya na ano ng Interpol.
Yun. So yan yung story ni Xialen. Ang maganda dito, yun nga nakita natin how the community works, no. Mayroon pala talagang mga tumutulong, no. Akala natin baliwala yan. Tapos nag barrage of media broadcast. Ako nga mismo nag-guest ako dati sa Soko dati. Gas. So after that, doon mismo nakita yung accused, no, na recognize siya ng isang mabait at nagmamalasakit na na tao sa Dubai. Filipino rin to, no? Xialen yung nakakita.
Filipino siya. Actually, sobrang thankful kami sa kanya kasi Attorney Carlo and Attorney Sheilla, we also posted a reward but he did not accept it. And he's very kind. I think, it's a blessing. He's an angel. Alam mo yun, parang I've been praying for that to happen, and Attorney Carlo knows that. We've exerted so much effort in finding him. So we're very thankful talaga to like the whole community. Yun nga, it's a perfect example na kaya palang magtulungan ng lahat. Kasi imagine, the media helped us, and then the social media, and then the private sector, and then the police, and the NBI. Talagang naging sensationalized siya kasi we highlighted that everyone involved helped talaga the situation. So kasi if nakalimutan ko rin sabihin that my father is a community leader and also a businessman. So medyo marami rin siyang friends na mga negosyante, tsaka mga politicians, and they're very happy with the result. So, imagine we were able to capture him in 2018. And the crime happened in 2013. So, that's 5 years. Almost 5 years. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think, Xialen, if I may, I think we're also lucky that sa Dubai siya nahuli. Kasi based on personal experience, parang ang Dubai, they have a very good Interpol. I remember chasing a kidnapper in Dubai, and we were able to apprehend him also. So I think that's also one of the good things. Sa Dubai siya pumunta. They're very cooperative sa mga ganyan. The Dubai police is also very active in helping.
Right, I agree. Actually, nung nalaman nila na meron siyang parang red notice ba yung tawag doon, yung pang Interpol. So, ang bilis nila mag-action, parang within 6 days, natapos na nila eh. I mean, that's how fast they took action to the case. Tapos, yun na nga, there were people from the PNP, si General Ferro, now the regional director in Cebu, personally, kasi personal friend siya ng dad ko. So talaga nakatutok siya kasi I think yung time na yun, meron din ata doon sila Kerwin Espinosa na huli ata doon sa So, yung team na yun.
Actually, alala ko yung ano yung date na yan in September 11, 20, 9/11. Yeah, 9/11.
9/11.
Kasi ano sila, sabay sila namatay ng ano ko, ng mentor ko, my partner si Attorney Frank Chavez, also passed away on
Opo.
that day, 'di ba? So sabay sila noon. So I remember when ano, every time na nag-anniversary kayo, anniversary na rin ng death ni ano ni
Mhm.
Attorney Chavez noon. So Sharon, mabalik tayo sa ano. Of course you remember where you were when you heard the news, no? What were you doing at the time?
Yes, I was I was checked in a hotel kasi 2 days before that there was a failed attempt or failed assault.
Yeah.
There were three armed gunmen that went to our house, but hindi na namin pinursue yung case na yon. And I was with my child, and um, I was so stressed. As in, sobrang na-stress ako kasi um, tinanggal lahat ng CCTV sa house, tapos merong kaming barilan sa house. As in, um, parang, I mean, the guys left the house kasi meron din baril yung dad ko. So there was I don't know how you call it, failed attempt or failed
Yeah.
assault. Yeah, or to
It's the
kill
same.
them.
Ano yun eh. So medyo nare-relate siya na we can see the ano the connection eh. Just 2 days before may failed attempt
Mm.
by three gunmen. And ang ganda nung ano, ang ganda ng story ni Xialen diyan, action scene yan eh, nakipagbarilan yung tatay.
Oo.
And hindi nakapalag yung mga ano, yung mga gunman, tatlo sila, mag-isa lang yung tatay niya. Hindi
Mm.
nakapalag yung, ano, yung mga gunman sa tatay niya. So,
Mm.
ano, umalis nang hindi na accomplish yung kanilang ano, yung kanilang goal. So, ang ano, one of the allegations that we are trying to connect is that ano, siya rin yung may ano nun, siya rin yung may pakananon, yun ang first attempt niya. Hindi nag-fail yon. So he did it himself. Siya na gumawa himself. 'Di ba?
Mm.
So
Right.
you said you were checked in and then anong nangyari? How did you
Um, Yeah, at 9 a.m., I received a call kasi I hold my office kasi parang may separate house ako doon in the compound. And I have a small office there with my assistant. And then she called me. She said that your father was killed. Sabi niya, ma'am, yung boss, si boss, ganyan, ganyan. May barilan dito sa bahay. Sabi ko, my God, di pa nga ako nakaka-recover dun sa 2 days before. Kasi nga, I had to like, when that happened 2 days before that, binuhat ko yung anak ko, and I was trying to escape through a window in our CR kasi nga natatakot ako baka umakit yung armed gunmen. So, luckily, wala naman nangyari sa amin. Kaya lang yung stress level ko sobrang taas. So, I had to take out my child para maka-clear lang yung space namin. And then that happened. So, when I found out, I immediately went to Mission Hospital. I saw my father dying na in front of me. I was full of blood in my shirt. I was holding his hands. And I was shocked. I was so shocked. Actually, to be honest, I haven't really cried that much that time. It had to wait until ma-capture namin yung accused.
Mhm.
Mm.
So you cried only when
Okay, so
ano
Sheila, are you saying that you're the principal witness in this case?
No, I'm not.
yung brother niya yung
Yung
ano
brother ko. Oo, yung brother ko.
blood
Si Vlad. He's watching
siya
now.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So yun.
Mm.
So yun, Shalen, ano pang ano, meron ka pang gustong idagdag or meron kang gustong sabihin?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you for having me, Attorney Carlo and Attorney Sheila. And this is very special to us kasi we just celebrated the life of my dad, 70-year death anniversary niya. So, this is parang, I think, naman the case, di ba, that's going on. And nakatutok pa rin ng ang lahat. Kasi I just want to make the public aware of the situation and that we're still pursuing the case and we're not changing the course and we're still on it, and I will be posting updates in the Facebook page. Yan.
Okay. May
Mm.
mga gusto kang pasalamatan, Shalen, before tayo ano?
Yes, of course. I want to thank pa rin sila General Ferro, sila um, Gas Abelgas for helping us out, Attorney Topacio, um, uh, I Spy, and lahat si ano, Deputy Director and Eric Distor, yeah, those people, and Senator Bongo, lahat yan tumulong yan sa atin, at saka si Senator Bato de la Rosa, dating Chief PNP. Yan. And of
Right.
course, Atty. Carlo, ikaw, maraming 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 salamat. Goodness.
Welcome, of course.
Personal fund.
We're glad to help. Anyway, so mag-break tayo sandali. Pagbalik, meron siguro kung may mga tanong kayo about pwede niyong tanungin si Xialen kung meron kayong gustong tanong si Xialen, or any questions regarding the legality of murder and parricide. Babalik tayo for that, for a short question and answer.
Right.
Go away.
Don't leave the stream. Yeah. We're back.
So,
Okay.
nandito pa rin tayo. Bakit nawala na Xialen? Pakibalik naman si Xialen saan. Kasi may mga yan.
Right.
Xialen, merong nagsabi si Aaron, sabi niya, prayers for you and your whole family. Yan. Amen.
Thank you.
Yan.
Thank you so much.
Anyway, so, yeah, tingnan natin yung mga watchers natin is praying for you and your family. Tapos sila, nanonood sa atin ang mga friends natin from GCI Challenge. Si Press
Oh, yeah.
Joey, binabati ko, nandito siya, he's tuned in. Yung ibang ating mga friends from JCI, si Nakiko is also here, tuned in. Thank you for tuning in. Si Arville, Olarte, mga JCI Makati, they're all tuned in. Yon. Okay. So, kung wala pa naman masyadong tanong ngayon, muna tayo. Kwento pa natin yung kaso mo while waiting sa kung may mga tanong man sila about our topic today, the murder. And kung gusto niyo rin magtanong kay Xialen, like kung meron kayong personal question kay Xialen, pwede niyo rin i-post sa comments, and we'll ask her about it. So, yun nga actually, lahat na nakakaalam nung kaso mo, nagugulat talaga palang nangyari yung anak, pwede palang patayin yung tatay, no? Ang question ko, Xialen, before this happened, anong relationship nung accused sa dad mo?
Way back, they had a falling out. I would say it's a falling out kasi he was the president of the company, and I think merong corporate cases on, kasi ibang case din to so parang malversation of funds, embezzlement, ganyan. So nagkaroon sila ng falling out kasi parang my dad asked him to resign. And then So parang syempre, corporate, kasi nga, di ba, family corporation. So, after that, we had a family meeting, which wala siya doon. So, doon nagbilan yung father namin. Um, I just want to assume na the root of this case is money. Oo. So, I think it's safe to assume that kasi talagang money is the root of all evil, 'di ba? We all know that. And I think that is an example of what not to happen in any family that sa lahat, sa buong mundo. So, na-witness ko din yon and na-witness din ng family namin yun. So, we tried to fix things, yung aftermath, we all fixed our relationship, ganyan. And, pero my dad was a good father. Don't get me wrong. He's a very good dad. He loves his children so much. Actually, daddy's girl ako. I was so heartbroken when he passed away. And, pero it made me who I am today. Kaya I'm still thankful for the experience kasi parang ano na-advance lahat nung nangyari sa akin. Oo.
Mhm.
So, anyway, yun nga, going back to your question, I think it's about the money in the corporation, and that yung relationship ng dad ko being the chairman of the board and being a father, syempre mahirap yun, di ba? Kahit kanino naman, I'm sure you know that, Attorney Carlo.
Yes, of
So,
course.
so yun, I think yun ang naging root nun, kaya nagkaroon ng parang falling out yung relationship nila.
Oo. So ano 'no, pera ang puwedeng root cause nitong
Yes, yes,
story mo.
yun talaga.
Grabe.
Mm.
Oo.
Carlo,
So
I just have a question. I just have
Yeah.
a question, Xialen. This is Parricide, no? And I just want to know, how do you balance your quest for justice as against your desire for family peace, forgiveness, and healing?
Okay. Before we captured him, syempre, I was so dedicated to find him. Now that he's in jail and the case is finally moving, and right now naman, parang actually nagkita kami. I approached him and I even kinda parang touched him kasi parang siyempre he's still my kuya, he's our eldest, and um, I just have to be firm that, you know, sa amin kasi napatawad na namin siya, we've forgiven him already.
Mhm.
But in the eyes of God and in the eyes of man, to you have to be accountable for what you did. So, sa akin, I leave it up to God na lang. Pero yun na nga, my heart is pure and our family has forgiven him. But yun na nga, while we are still very kind to him and his family, ano naman kami, very civil naman. I think right now that he's in jail, he's also thinking naman na pero yun na nga, the judgment is wala naman sa akin yun eh. So, it's nasa court na yan, nasa judge na yan. And, yun.
Yeah. Can I ask another question?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Has your brother asked for forgiveness?
Actually, no. No. Pero, we've forgiven him long before. Parang, for me, the process is you have to forgive him first, and then we will be properly guided. So, even when hindi niya pa hinihingi yun sa amin, binigay na namin yun sa kanya.
That's good.
grabe 'no, ang bait niyo naman.
Yeah.
How did you how did you realize na you wanted to forgive him?
Kasi I cannot carry that in me eh. It's going to be super heavy and it's gonna bring me down. And I am focused on giving justice to my dad. So I just have to like clear my heart first and then para mas maganda yung action ko. Imagine, hindi ko naman hinihingi na may mag-tip tapos yung nag-tip pa sa amin did not even accept the reward. 'Di ba? Isn't that a blessing already? So, sa akin, that's already a bonus na um, sila pa yung lumapit sa amin.
Okay.
Mm.
Di
Okay.
ba sabi mo, hindi siya humingi ng ng
Tawad.
forgiveness. No?
Mm.
Hanggang ngayon, ano bang ano niya? Ano ang kanyang demeanor ngayon towards you and towards towards the public?
I don't wanna say it, pero parang feeling ko lang he needs to be more remorseful at this time. Siguro parang I will pray for that to happen kasi it's been what, 7 years? And syempre we lost our father and my children, hindi nila nakita yung lolo nila. So, I mean, I'm sure, and my dad is like the head of the family to like sa lahat ng siblings niya rin. It was really, parang for me to see that in him, it's quite disappointing kasi parang ano ba yan, hindi ko ba dapat mag-sorry ka na lang. Alam mo yun, dapat maghingi ka na ng forgiveness sa taas para makapunta ka naman sa heaven, di ba? Wala lang. Para sa akin, dapat remorseful sana. More remorseful sana.
Oh well. So
Mm.
ano talaga, believe ako sa'yo, kahit hindi siya remorseful, napatawad mo na siya, no?
Mm-mm. Oh, there's
Teka,
no
meron tayo,
answer.
may question dito, may question sa audience regarding legality of murder. In US movies, temporary insanity is usually used as a reason to get away from murder. Accepted din ba to sa Pilipinas? Okay. Ako sasagot, Sheila, o ikaw?
Yeah, okay. You can answer. Okay.
Okay. Under our laws, merong excuse ang insanity, no? Pero in the Philippine laws, it's not like the US, yung temporary insanity nila, yung parang nawawala lang sa sarili tapos pumatay tapos lusot na. In Philippine setting, ang insanity dito to be accepted as a para hindi ka maging guilty sa crime, especially murder, it has to be clinical talaga and grave. So yun talagang yun talagang hindi mo alam yung ginagawa mo. It has to be clinical, may sakit ka talaga, like ano ba yung mga sakit, psychosis or siguro amnesia, yung mga ganon, yung yung talagang clinical find of insanity. Hindi pwede yung sa mga nakikita natin sa movies na nagdilim ang paningin tapos inaano na nila, kino-consider na nila as temporary insanity tapos lusot na, no? It's not accepted here. Okay? Yan po. May dadagdag ka ba doon, Sheila?
Yeah, well, actually, it's like we always say, it's a matter of defense and how your lawyer presents your case in your defense. But yeah, hindi katulad kasi sa states medyo doon it's easier when you plead insanity. Pero here, it's not that easy.
Correct.
That's a defense.
Ayun. Okay. So, ano pa bang tanong? Mamaya tignan natin kung may tanong pa. Si
999. Yeah.
si Anthony D. At ang comment niya, bakit naging kaso ang Parricide? Nasa side lang naman si Pare. Tawanan natin siya. Teka lang, nasa laugh. Nawala yung laugh ko. Okay. Ayan. Ay, alam nyo ba na yung murder kasi usually parang ultimate crime, no? Pag sinabing murder, kala nila ito na yung pinaka-grabe crime, no? Pero alam niyo ba, may mas grabe pa sa murder? Ano yon? Murdest. Ayun lang. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
so we're almost out of time. Do you want to say before we close, Xialen, do you want to say something pa?
No more na. Thank you very much for having me, guys.
So thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Xialen, for joining us and sharing your story with us.
Yes. Okay, so thank you tonight for watching us tonight. I hope you will be here next Thursday for another show of YoLaw. The topic will be announced in
Yes.
our Facebook page. So join kayo sa Facebook page namin, YoLaw and TNC.
Thank you so much for watching, especially to our regular viewers, our families and friends from all over the world.
Yung mga shows ng TNC, especially the shows that are coming later on, ano lang, watch lang kayo. Everything will be in our Facebook page at TNC page. Ayan, yung mga shows natin, The Big Picture,
HR
U-Turn,
Hotline, Family Business, Usapang Beauty, U-Turn, Home Buyer,
the
many
Four
more.
Project, COVID
So,
Stories, the Puppet Stories, TNC Marketplace, Money and More, Healthline, Foreign Affairs, Danny, Win Within, After Shift, and The Talk. And of course, YoLaw. And please follow the TNC on our Facebook page for
right.
announcements. Thank you very much and good night.
Yeah, thank you. Good night, everyone. Have a good evening. Bye, Carlo.